What's going on, guys? This is honestly, this is like take 5 or 6 today. For some weird reason, I'm just like not in my mode today for vlogging. I think I'm just exhausted. And I have this habit of not taking breaks is something I kind of struggle with. But for me, like vlogging has been like very therapeutic, and it's something I need. I've been editing all day. I had a full wedding yesterday. If you guys seen me in my live vlog yesterday, had a 3-hour drive, and it was a small wedding, 60 to 70 people, but for some reason it just took the life out of me. Like I was working super, super hard. And yeah, I'm exhausted today. I had mushroom coffee today, everyday dose. You guys know I like to drink that because it doesn't have that much caffeine. And I like the benefits that come with it. I don't know what all it's in it. You guys can look it up, everyday dose. I'll tag it right here. I really like it. And yeah, that's what I had this morning. I did go on a bike ride because I got the new DJI mic. It's called the DJI mini mic mount. And it's this like, it's meant for bikes. It mounts right on the handlebar. It's supposed to, be able to get you like a front angle or back or whatever. The only thing I don't like is how low it is. Other than that, it's a great product, well made. It has the DJI mount built into it. And I'm just as happy as I am with any DJI product. Anyways, that's what we're rocking today. And it was kind of like this open box, trying it out vlog. And I was gonna talk to you guys about it. My vibes weren't there. I just wasn't able to, I just wasn't able to execute it. I got on my wife's bike, I mounted it, and then I ended up having to put air on the tires of the bike, and just a bunch of stuff, man. Like I wasn't able to get my thoughts right. I stopped by for lunch. That's why I went out and I got lunch. I got a couple of beers because Barry, I saw your vlog this morning, and you going to the grocery store, getting some steaks, having your Bud Light and talking. Like, by the way, I love the pacing of that vlog. It was just like very, very good. There was like, the pacing was just, it was beautiful, bro. Beautifully executed. Motivates me. So, we all try to work on our speaking, right? Trying to get away from the uhs and the awkward pauses and stuff like that. But sometimes it takes a little while for our brains, depending on the mode that we're on, sometimes it takes a little while for our brains to get into that groove. And for me, I have to watch a few vlogs. I get motivated, my brain starts firing up, and then I go out on a vlog. Other than that, I ended up got some beers, I rode the bike, got air on the bike. I was so frustrated. I was just not focusing right. That bike sucks. My neighborhood sucks because it's like downhill, uphill, and I was just so tired. So I decided to wait till here. The wedding that I shot in the Action 5, I shot it back in May 2nd was when I shot this wedding, and I believe like the next day or that weekend, I ended up filming a video talking about my experience with the Action 5 at the wedding. I don't remember exactly what I said in that video. I haven't looked at it or anything before this vlog, but I just kind of want to do a little refresher now that I've been editing. I'm about 90% done with it. I got to add some music, and then I'm going to export it and be done. I'm going to put this in front of it for my YouTube vlog and show you guys. But before that, I kind of want to set a foundation here before you guys watch this video. First of all, I'll start off with this. The agreement I had with the bride and groom was a completely freedom to create a full creative freedom on this documentary film. That means that I was shooting this thing for free. It was a total experiment. It was a beta. It was for me to just test the waters. This bride, actually, I shot her friend's weddings. She was a bridesmaid, and she was excited, to get to know me and everything like that. She's like, I want you for my wedding. She inquired last year. Unfortunately, budget and stuff like that, we just couldn't do business, and we left it at that. A year went by. In April, a month before the wedding, I ended up, linking back up with her, and I was like, hey, she said she didn't have a wedding videographer, and basically, she was like, no, we ended up not going with video because, it's It was out of our budget, whatever. And I said, listen, I got an idea. I got this new little camera. I'm on this new Vive, and I want to try this new thing that I have in my head. It's a package to compete for against content creators. I already do the highlights to compete with the most typical wedding videographer that does highlights. Nothing wrong with that. I focus on long form documentary films, more handheld, scratch audio, no gimbals, very raw, authentic. And so I wanted to do something similar, but with like an action camera. And I just wanted to take this on my little selfie stick and just rock with it, just one camera. And so that's what this package was. I told her the idea and my philosophy or theory behind this thing. I wanted to create a package that could compete with the content creators that are in that like $1,500 range area. And that's what this was. So this was my first one. It's like about 80% to where I want it to be. But I am working on it. I'm gonna probably shoot 2 more weddings that I'm gonna give out for free just so I can really, really, really fine tune this, maybe 1 more. And I wanna just talk about a few things that I'm gonna change. Now that you guys know that there was no money, and that number 2, this was very clear. This is not meant to match up against like a Sony or a cinematic trailer or anything like that, or shaky or whatever. This is a handheld documentary, raw, authentic, bare bones film. Now let's get into the technical part. I decided to take one Action 5. I was gonna buy 2. I didn't take the Pocket 3, just the Action 5. I took the selfie stick, my little vlogging kit. Go check out the video so you can see my vlogging kit. I took a V-mount battery. I got the Action Pack on this Action 5, so I had 3 batteries charged up. I took my Zoom F3 for DJ audio recording, and then I took my DJI mic 2s. Why? Because they do internal 32-bit, and I have a lab mic that I put on the groom. So that's what I use for gear. I decided to go with 16:9, 4K, 24 frames per second, because if I shot 4:3, I know I was gonna get some couples coming back when they would watch this film on their TV being like, why is it squared and all this stuff. So I didn't want to deal with that. I just want to go 16:9. So that's what I did, rock steady. And I did use NDs. I used the DJI official NDs, the 8, 16, and 32 pack from DJI, which are beautiful ND filters. I wanted to get that professional motion blur or whatever. And so I used them. I'm going to tell you that even with me filming other people and using the NDs, it was a pain. It was a pain switching the NDs and having to swipe up and go through the menus and switch settings, especially when going from inside and outside and all that stuff. So I don't recommend it. I'm still gonna stick with auto. I thought it would work really well. I pushed through the wedding. I rocked it. Whatever. I saw a few things from the footage. Number 1. I feel like in a situation like that, when you're filming 9 hours with this action camera in different lighting situation, when you put on an ND, it does mess with the white balance or the camera color sensor, which I know this one has a color sensor right in the front of where the Action 5 Pro logo is. You have 2 microphones and there's a color temperature sensor on there. And it's supposed to give you like super accurate, like real life colors and stuff like that. It's good for like underwater to balance all of that stuff out. This camera has a beautiful normal color profile straight out of the camera, especially with the new update. And I live by it. I use D-Log because I just like the softness of the image. But other than that, if you're like looking to not color grade, the normal color profile works pretty awesome. But yeah, I ended up using the ND filters. It was a pain, dude. It was a pain. I hated it. It made me do a lot more work than I needed to. I was like, I wish I could just go auto now, but I didn't want to switch up motion blur with non-motion blur. And yeah, I just left it at that. Rocked the NDs all night and filmed the whole wedding. We ended up, there was no multicam too. I didn't get a chance to buy a second Action 5. So even the ceremony, you'll see that I walk from the side coming down from the aisle. You'll see me walk around. You can kind of see some of the jitters from the motion blur. And I learned something else too. I did try a few shots where I used Rocksteady Plus. And while Rocksteady Plus I've never used it, but while it might be really good on full auto, it is not good at all when using NDs. I mean, Rocksteady by itself on NDs is already like like you gotta be really steady. You have to have a selfie stick before you decide to, you know, use this on the regular. If you're walking and vlogging, doing vlogs like how I am right now, it'll work fine. But if you're not experienced in how NDs work and why you would want to use them and how to set your settings and all this stuff, you're just gonna waste your time. You're gonna add a color cast to your photos, because at the end of the day, no matter if you buy the DJI or Testin or whatever the heck the brand is, or, you know, newer, or yeah, whatever it is, you're gonna have some color cast, and that is very easily fixable in post-production, but it's just another little step you gotta do. Like with this, I literally slapped the conversion LUT, slapped my own LUT that I created, and that's it. I don't tweak anything. I don't tweak exposure, white balance, nothing. I just leave it. If it gets dark, it gets dark. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Like, I just leave whatever this camera is looking at. So I wish I could have just done that for the wedding. I did use the internal microphone on this thing, so that's, if everything that you hear in the wedding is the internal microphone, except for the parts where you actually see people talking to the DJI Mic 2, I synced it directly to this camera, and with the auto cutoff and all the DJI audio sorcery that they pack into these gadgets, it did a great job. I was very happy with it, very easy to use. And that's what I use for that. Other than that, everything else is internal microphone. For the first dances, I just used internal microphone. I did record the song and all that stuff on the F3, but I don't know. For this kind of video, what I plan on charging for it, which is that content creator price, you know, $1,200 to $1,800. I am not gonna go the extra step and grab this and grab that. You might as well just pay for the full documentary film where I bring my full on gear and everything like that. So I want it to be as easy as possible, and I communicate that to my bride and groom so that they make sure exactly what they are signing up for and they're not confused. I'm very, very, very brutally thorough with my clients in terms of like expectations. I do send them products. I do send them, like, you know, videos and all that stuff so that they know what it is that I do and what to expect from it. I tell them I don't do this. I don't do cinematic. I don't do drones. I don't do slow motion. I don't do none of that stuff. Dude, this is straight raw, like vlog style. And the couples that are like, I love it. I saw your stuff. Let's go. That's what I want. So with all that being said, NDs were a pain. Internal mic was awesome. DJI Mic 2s were awesome. Shooting a wedding was pretty cool experience. The next one I do, I'm gonna film in full auto, 24 frames per second, just like this. And I think I'm gonna have a way better like outcome with it. Guys, right now we are at -0.3, which I'm not used to. And I think that -0.3 works really good without NDs. I think the camera does very good exposing without NDs. I think I noticed that with the footage on the wedding is that when I put on an ND, I felt like the camera at times had a struggle metering the exposure. And I don't know, it's something, sorry, there's a little spider. There's something that I notice it's weird because you don't notice that when you're vlogging, but if you shoot for 9 hours in different lighting situations, you get to see things very quick. You're dealing with tungsten lighting, fluorescent lighting, you know, practicals, daylight, cloudy. The white balance is all over the place. You'll see in the wedding that at some points the skin looks very orange, and that's because they had a mixture of lights. You had natural light coming in, and you had the tungsten lighting, tungsten that was very, very strong. So you had that yellow cast. The camera was trying to balance for one or the other. Sometimes it would balance for the daylight, making skin tones in the whole image too warm. So anyways, yeah, that's something to just take in consideration. I hope that you guys, you know, enjoy the film, enjoy the documentary. This is the first one. It was a complete experiment beta. I'm happy with what I got. There's definitely a lot of notes I took and a lot of improvements for the next one. There will be a next one coming up this year, and I'm gonna shoot full auto, bare bones, just like this, 24 frames per second, and I might do 4:3 on the next one. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoy the wedding film, and yeah, here it is.